transformed into a malicious counterfeit heiress. My mission is to win over the affluent family members. When the true heiress stepped through the door, everyone assumed I would be cast out. Alas, the world mocks me, yet I am the most laughable of all. No one supports my lofty ambitions, yet I find myself unable to ascend. Unexpectedly, the genuine heiress regarded me with a peculiar expression for a few moments before calmly instructing the butler, "Serve the meal, and let her dine with us." 01. Oh, what a striking sister she is. As I gnawed on a delicious pork knuckle, I stole a glance at Su Yao. Su Yao, a hidden master hacker, is also the malicious female antagonist in this narrative I find myself ensnared within. She serves as a stepping stone on the path of romance for the protagonists and a source of experience on their career journey. Yet the moment she entered, my mind was flooded with thoughts. Wow, this sister is so cool and charismatic. Oh heavens, did you know I was born without a sister? How I long to be close to such a stunning beauty. Oh dear, will she perhaps dismiss me with a disdainful smirk, saying, "This time, I shall reclaim all that belongs to me." Oh, my beloved pork knuckle, roasted chicken, and duck farewell. To my astonishment, Su Yao cast a peculiar look at me for a few seconds, and she surprisingly invited me to dine with her. I could hardly believe it. This was akin to offering a last meal to a condemned prisoner. Gua Gua, do you have any gossip about beautiful sisters? Gua Wang, my useless system, was only adept at gossip, devoid of any other merit. Suddenly, Su Yao turned her gaze towards me, and I was startled. Could it be that she disapproved of my hearty appetite? I bore the humiliation and pain, retracting my hand from the enticing chicken leg. Sister. Gua Wang. Ding. A piece of gossip related to Su Yao has been detected. Please check the message. I quickly skimmed through it, gasping in disbelief. What? Is this a joke? This is utterly outrageous. Oh dear, how can this be? Goodness gracious. A loud clatter announced the fall of Su Yao's chopsticks onto the dining table. I looked at her cautiously. Sister, are you all right? Su Yao's face darkened, and the realization dawned upon me. Perhaps she despised being called sister? Just as I was about to address her as Miss Su, Su Yao swiftly placed the chicken leg I had longed for onto my plate, offering a gentle yet polite smile. Mian, right? Go on, eat more. Sister, you truly are my sister. I yearn to be the best of friends with you. 02. As I savored the chicken leg, I couldn't help but feel pity for Su Yao. This despicable male lead, utilizing the programs crafted by the beautiful sister, profiting from the ventures she has built for him. And yet, he has the audacity to pursue her best friend. Now he is indulging in bathtub escapades at a 5-star hotel, without even drawing the curtains. Even if she is the female lead, does that justify everything? Can't one separate before falling in love again? What sort of nonsense is this? Straddling two boats. Disregarding male virtue, may he be met with misfortune. Scoundrel, retreat. Su Yao's expressions shifted from doubt to confusion, clarity, and then cold indifference. I observed her dial a video call, waiting for an eternity before it was abruptly disconnected. Su Yao steadied herself and opted for a voice call instead. This time it finally connected. Cough. Yao, what do you need from me? I'm rather busy here. The male voice on the other end was low and somewhat disheveled, his breath uneven. Su Yao casually prodded the pork knuckle in her bowl with her chopsticks. Is that so? Where are you? Where else would I be? Naturally, at home. You had better be. Su Yao coldly concluded before hanging up. I was still reveling in the delight of the chicken leg and pork knuckle when I suddenly locked eyes with Su Yao.
Su Mian.
She called out. Oh no. This is it. The beautiful sister is about to kick me out. Am I destined to roam the streets tonight, perhaps seeking shelter under a bridge?
Oh, Gua.
Do you think I could pack some leftovers for breakfast tomorrow? Gua Wang wailed even more sorrowfully than I did. If you are expelled from the Su family, our mission will be impossible to complete. It's over for us. Our hearts cried out in unison as we lamented together. The family doesn't he lack for your pair of chopsticks? Su Yao's words left me speechless. From now on, you shall remain with the Su family. I stood there, dazed, as my heart and Gua Wang collectively sobbed. Perhaps it was merely my imagination, but I perceived a fleeting glimmer of amusement in Su Yao's eyes. 03. Su Yao came and went in a whirlwind, departing late at night, driving off faster than a pig racing for the new year. I had no idea where she was headed. I rolled joyfully on my bed, elated at the prospect of remaining in the Sue household as a carefree slacker. Hooray! In the middle of the night, I awoke parched from the overly salty food and decided to head downstairs for some water. The house was adorned with night lights along the baseboards, casting a dim glow sufficient to illuminate my path. However, I am rather timid. I fear darkness and the supernatural. Gua, quickly provide me with some gossip to calm my nerves. Gua Wang. Certainly. I've detected gossip about your second brother, Su Zhou. Please take a look. Upon hearing of gossip, my eyes sparkled brighter than a flashlight.
Wow.
I never anticipated that my academically inclined second brother harbored a secret crush. Oh, let me see who it is.
What?
It's a man? Oh, wait. It turns out to be a cross-dressing sensation. How has my second brother not noticed? This defies logic. Haven't they even held hands? Could it be? Is my second brother not capable? A clatter resounded from the water dispenser.
Ah.
I squealed, startled into a fit, and upon closer inspection, I was relieved to discover it was not a ghost. It was my second brother, Su Zhou, whose complexion was even more ghastly than that of a ghost.
Su Mian.
He gritted his teeth. What are you doing up at this hour? I feigned innocence. Brother, I'm just getting a drink of water and will return shortly. I pressed the button for the 60-degree water and inadvertently caught a glimpse of my brother frantically searching on his phone. Do ghosts truly exist? Brother, how can a researcher like you believe in ghosts? What has happened to your steadfast materialistic worldview? 04. The sound of running water ceased, and I lifted my cup, gulping down a few sips. Let me investigate the situation. Oh dear brother, you appear so serious and uninterested in women. Yet you're dabbling in dating apps. TSK, this cross-dressing sensation is evidently a carefully orchestrated online romance, aiming to take revenge on my brother.
What?
This cross-dresser is actually my brother's research rival? I must see who it is. No rush. Let me have another sip of water. Su Zhou. I shot him a bewildered glance. What caused him to sputter while drinking? Gua. Could it be that my brother can hear my thoughts? Oh no. What if he takes me to the lab for dissection? Gua Wang trembled in fear. If that happens, our mission will remain forever unfulfilled, and we will be exiled to the cosmos.
Gua.
Mian. Our hearts wept together a sorrowful symphony. Su Zhou suddenly took a deep breath. Softening his tone, I drank too quickly and choked. Is he explaining this to me? I responded with an "oh" and said, "Good night, brother. I'm heading upstairs to sleep." Wait, Su Zhou called out, seemingly anxious. My heart raced with alarm. Oh no, he is not going to kick me out for being the true heiress, is he? Gua, do you think I can pack the water dispenser and purifier to take with me? Su Zhou's brow twitched as he said, whether or not Su Yao is here, you're still a member of the Su family.
Huh?
He turned his face away, awkwardly adding, it's just a matter of an extra bowl. I was touched to the point of tears. Brother, you are truly kind.
Oh.
My second brother is indeed sharp-tongued yet soft-hearted, handsome and benevolent, beloved by all. But he is rather unfortunate. His rival not only fabricates rumors about his chaotic personal life, but also plots to ensnare him in a trap. Ah, how utterly shameless. Sneaking into my second brother's office in an attempt to pilfer his scientific achievements. Alas, how might I subtly alert him without risking dissection? The next moment, Su Zhou seized a coat from the rack. I'm stepping out for a moment. You should rest early. I was left puzzled. Why are both of them venturing out at this late hour? 05. Awakening naturally from slumber, I luxuriated in a leisurely stretch. Another day successfully spent as a laid-back slacker. How fortunate. Descending to the dining room, I was pleasantly surprised to find Su Yao and Su Zhou present.
Huh.
It's already past 10. Aren't they supposed to be at work? You're awake, Su Yao said in a nonchalant tone. Come eat. Good morning, I replied, timidly reaching for just a single slice of toast, too apprehensive to take more. Meanwhile, Su Yao generously piled my plate high with food. However, I was taken aback to notice her hand wrapped in bandages. Sister, what happened to your hand? I exclaimed. Su Yao replied with a calm demeanor. I was bitten by a dog. My eyes widened in shock. Then I must take you for a rabies shot. Is that dog all right? I read online that if the dog dies, the person bitten could also perish. It's not dead, Su Yao flicked her hair, but it's close. I turned to my second brother for help, and Su Zhou poured me a glass of milk, succinctly stating, "It's none of your business. Drink your milk." Brother, who scratched your face? I finally noticed the scratch on Su Zhou's chin, and your hair. Did someone pull it out? Su Zhou's expression darkened. Su Mianmian, you talk too much. Fine, if you find me annoying. In a fit of indignation, I simmered for a moment before continuing my meal. What a joke. These two are my providers, my benefactors. How could I afford to offend them? I was being clever. As I savored my breakfast, I engaged in casual banter with Guang. Guang, any fresh gossip today?
Wow.
Is that true? The male protagonist got beaten up by a mysterious figure and ended up in the hospital? Who is this audacious yet charming antagonist? Su Yao smirked slightly. Goodness, the cross-dressing master was reported for theft by well-meaning citizens and even received a couple of slaps. How delightful. The public truly knows how to deliver justice. Su Zhou chuckled faintly. Wait, what? My elder brother has a child? Or is he an unexpected father? Su Yao? Su Zhou. 06. Su Yao and Su Zhou turned in unison to gaze at me, causing me to awkwardly shift in my chair. Realizing they resembled two sunflowers, moving in sync with my every adjustment. I wondered, Guang, could they possibly hear my thoughts? My lazy disposition made me apprehensive. Impossible. This Guawang is a formidable system. Absolutely infallible. Guawang asserted confidently. All right, I'll take your word for it. Su Yao and Su Zhou seemed intent on devising a plan to oust me from the Su household, given that I, the faux heiress, indulged in leisure and mischief, resembling a parasite in a wealthy family. If I possessed even a modicum of dignity, I would proactively exit the Su residence. I wished I could, but the Su family provides me with a monthly allowance of 50,000. My apologies, for I am but a money-loving creature. I relished in the scandal surrounding my brother Su Sheng. Let me see. How cliché. How could this happen? Oh my, it gets even better. Goodness, this is. Suddenly, Su Yao pressed her forehead while Su Zhou coughed. I glanced quizzically at them, but continued my gossip discussion with Guawang. I never imagined my brother's fiancée would be so intriguing. Not only is she pregnant before marriage, but the child is also fathered by my brother's childhood friend. She intends for my brother to raise the child while still clinging to the biological father. How scandalous. She has 2 boyfriends. What a master of time management. She could write a bestseller on this. Su Yao. Su Zhou. They exchanged glances, clearly on the same wavelength.
You understand, right?
I understand, you understand. Don't you? Understand. Just then, a steady, authoritative footfall echoed from the entrance, accompanied by a familiar, cold voice. Su Mianmian, is the food to your liking? I turned to see Su Sheng, impeccably dressed, and nearly toppled from my chair in fright. 07. I had to admit, I feared my elder brother. Upon arriving here, I had attempted to curry favor with Su Zhou and Su Sheng. Su Zhou was often consumed by the pressures of research, and I seldom saw him. Su Sheng, on the other hand, was someone I encountered daily, yet his formidable aura left me feeling like a mouse in the presence of a cat. I'm asking you, is it good? Su Sheng repeated, noticing my dazed expression. What was he referring to? Was he asking about the fruit? Guawang emphasized, impossible. They could never hear. If you don't believe me, scold them silently. I cautiously murmured, Balala energy, transform into a pig magic. Su Yao maintained her impassive demeanor, cold and aloof. Su Zhou remained unfazed, elegantly sipping his tea. Su Sheng's demeanor was as frigid as ever, embodying the archetype of a domineering CEO. My heart, which had been lodged in my throat, finally eased. If he wasn't referring to the fruit, then it must be about breakfast. I ingratiatingly declared, delicious. Tastes just as good as what is sold outside. Su Yao's lips curled into a smile. Do you like it? Then I shall order from this takeaway again next time. Su Sheng glanced at his watch and stated flatly, breakfast is finished. It's time for lunch. Let us go. I'll take you out to eat. He shot a glance at Su Yao and Su Zhou, his tone firm. You two should stay behind. Oh dear, my brother is only taking me out to eat. Could my strategic mission finally be coming to fruition? Wait. Could it be that he intends to drive me out of the Su family for Su Yao's sake? 08. Heart racing, I accompanied Su Sheng to the restaurant. He maintained his usual icy demeanor, yet voluntarily poured me a glass of sugarcane water. I stammered, "Brother, I can manage by myself." Su Sheng casually inquired, "I'm getting engaged. Do you have any thoughts?" I looked at him with wide, naive eyes. "Brother, you're getting engaged. What thoughts could I possibly have? I'm not a wedding planner. Besides, even if I voice my opinion, would you heed it?"
Wow.
More gossip. The fiancé of the Sea Lord is dining with boyfriend number 1, while boyfriend number 2 is lined up to watch a movie. And boyfriend number 3 is set to keep her warm at night. Coincidentally, the Sea Lord and boyfriend number 1 are right next door. I stole a glance at Su Sheng, sensing an ominous green aura hovering above him. Su Sheng took a sip of water, his expression darkening. I hastily gulped down half a glass, only to find it surprisingly sweet. "You order first. I'll step out for a moment." "Oh, my appetite isn't great. So, let us just order a few dishes for now." My brother's absence stretched on for quite a while. Do even domineering CEOs suffer from constipation? Suddenly, he returned, and upon opening the door, the soundproofing of the private room failed. The commotion outside revealed snippets like "male mistress" and "serves him right. Today's meal is worth it." I felt a twinge of curiosity to join the fray, but as Su Sheng closed the door, the room fell silent once more. Su Sheng glanced at the 2 cold dishes for hot dishes and 1 soup I had ordered and remarked, "Su Mianyan, is this what you call per appetite?" I hee. "You didn't even consider the plate size. Is this enough for anyone? The braised pork is only 12 pieces. If we each take 6, that's it." Alas, Guagua. Do you think if I were to be expelled from the Su family, I would no longer be able to savor even 6 pieces of braised pork? We, 2 insignificant beings, clung to each other and wept bitterly. Su Sheng pressed his fingers to his temples, seemingly disturbed by some noise. "Yao Yao is back, you." Instantly, the allure of the braised pork faded, and with tearful eyes, I gazed at Su Sheng. "I understand, I truly do. But I wish to implore you for one thing, dear brother." Su Sheng raised an eyebrow. "What is it?" "I know you intend to send me away, but may I take this meal to go?" Su Sheng. His lips twitched. "Su Mianyan, who said anything about sending you away? Does the Su family lack your presence at the table? Do you think you could bring the Su family to its knees?" My eyes sparkled. "Then may I continue to eat?" Su Sheng, rendered speechless, waved his hand in resignation. "Go ahead, eat." Dear 09. I successfully lazed around for 2 more days. Lucky. This morning, I stumbled upon some juicy gossip. What? The Sea Queen has met her downfall? Hiss. She actually found a scapegoat. Several pairs of eyes turned toward me at the dining table. Lately, I couldn't quite fathom the reason, but my elder brother, second brother, and Su Yao had all been home for breakfast. However, the larger company had its perks. The chef prepared a greater variety of breakfast dishes. With a pancake in one hand and coffee in the other, I indulged in a delightful East meets West culinary experience. Why is everyone looking at me? Is it because of me? The trio froze. Have I eaten too much? Su Sheng, Su Zhou, Su Yao. They continued their elegant meal as I relished in a conversation with the king of melons. Let me see who this scapegoat is. What the hell? How could it be him? Male lead, are you alright? Didn't you just get a thorough beating from the men in black? Now you're with the Sea Queen? Oh, I see. The Sea Queen accompanied her boyfriend to the hospital and just happened to run into the male lead, who had his old house catch fire, igniting a tempest. Oh my, how did the first boyfriend end up in the hospital? Did he also get beaten by the men in black? Ahem. A low cough from my elder brother broke my thoughts. I secretly glanced at him. Su Sheng remained unfazed, taking a sip of coffee. Is he still unaware? I hesitated, contemplating whether to inform him about the Sea Queen's unexpected pregnancy. If he were to inquire about my source of information, how could I explain? Just as I was in turmoil, Su Sheng cleared his throat. My engagement with Miss Sure has been annulled. For real? I forced a laugh, aiming for a sorrowful expression. Brother, you will surely encounter someone better in the future. Su Sheng offered a half-smile. That depends on you. Huh. What does that have to do with me? I scrolled through the gossip, my eyes widening. The Sea Queen is actually going to confront my brother for marriage? Wait, weren't you already involved with the male lead? Well, she treats the male lead like a pet, and he reciprocates. This is the ultimate tug-of-war between the Sea King and Sea Queen. The male lead is already a wilted cabbage, yet he still dares to claim he loves only her. How absurd. I apologize, though it may be unethical. I truly wish to witness this drama unfold live.
Ah,
I cautiously suggested, "Brother, since you work so hard, shall I bring you lunch this afternoon?" Su Sheng raised an eyebrow. "You're cooking?" I rubbed my hands together, chuckling awkwardly. "I dare to cook. I just don't know if you dare to eat." Perhaps recalling my previous culinary disasters to win his favor, Su Sheng fell silent for a moment before replying. "Suit yourself." Su Yao coughed. "Mian Mian will handle the meal, and I'll take care of the drinks." Su Zhou strategically sipped water. "Bro, I'll bring some fruit. A family should stick together." Su Sheng.
10.
Although I was unsure why Su Yao and Su Zhou had also decided to bring food and drinks for my brother, the thought of witnessing the drama made me eager to appear in the top executive office. With a ding, the elevator doors opened. I hurriedly ran, and upon hearing footsteps beside me, I turned to see Su Yao and Su Zhou keeping pace. It must be said, the Su family truly shares a deep bond of sisterly and brotherly love. Unlike me, who was merely here for the gossip. Su Sheng's assistant welcomed us with a smile, informing us that Mr. Su's meeting would conclude shortly and led us to a nearby lounge. After about 5 minutes, the meeting room door swung open. Su Sheng emerged, surrounded by a throng of executives and, quite coincidentally, a beautiful woman in a fitted knit dress, cradling her pregnant belly, precisely blocked his path. "Here it comes." I was beside myself with excitement. Is this the legendary master of time management, the ruler of the oceanic realm, the illustrious Sea Queen? Su Yao and Su Zhou leaned forward, our 3 movements synchronized as we peered through the frosted glass, eagerly consuming the unfolding drama. "Mr. Su, I desire nothing, not wealth, status, or love, but the child is innocent." The Sea Queen, true to her title, hit the nail on the head with her words. The room erupted in murmurs, the management exchanging bewildered glances, utterly astonished to witness a scandal involving their boss. "Brother, please don't be deceived. That child is not yours. That night you were drunk, she tricked the cleaning lady to help her into your room and deliberately lay beside you." It's a pity my brother knows nothing. If only I could reveal the truth to him without exposing the system. At the very least, we could summon the child's biological father for confrontation. Wait a minute. Guagua, who is the biological father of the child? The King of Melons searched tirelessly, but his CPU seemed to overheat without yielding any results. Silly Guagua. Silly Mian Mian. Little waste. You two. As we bickered, we observed Su Sheng, composed and exuding an aura of authority, suddenly rubbing his temples.
Noisy.
Su Sheng coldly interrupted the Sea Queen's lamentations. "So you're seeking a father for the child? Very well, wait for it." The Sea Queen wiped her tears, secretly pleased. But in the next moment, Su Sheng's assistant emerged from the office with a group of men, arranging them in a line as if they were male models. Su Sheng's expression remained impassive. "Now, take a look and identify the child's father." 11. The Sea Queen, clutching her pregnant belly, stared in astonishment at her potential fathers. She could scarcely comprehend how Su Sheng had managed to gather these men. In the lounge, I was utterly engrossed in the unfolding drama. The plot twist. Su Yao excitedly slapped her thigh. Su Zhou clenched his fists with enthusiasm. I was taken aback. It turned out my hacker genius sister and academically inclined second brother also had a taste for gossip. They both noticed my gaze. One casually sipped water, while the other nonchalantly fiddled with a potted plant. After much hesitation, I extended the sunflower seeds in my hand. "Want some?" Su Yao. Su Zhou. This spectacle of gossip concluded with the Sea Queen tearfully leading a pond of fish to the hospital for a checkup. Meanwhile, Su Sheng issued a statement declaring that he and the Sea Queen would have no further relations. We, as a family, shared lunch together, and I racked my brain to comfort my brother. "Brother, according to the law of energy conservation, you will surely encounter a girl who treats you sincerely." Su Sheng shot me a glance, dismissively stating, "Just eat, Su Mian Mian." Speaking of food, I couldn't help but wonder if there was more gossip to savor.
Oh my.
There truly was. It turns out the last cross-dressing mastermind who plagiarized my brother's research was being manipulated by someone behind the scenes. Let me see who the puppet master is. Heavens, it's actually the original female lead. No wonder the technology company run by the female protagonist later soared in value and quickly went public. It turns out they were playing dirty. Wow, wow, wow. What a cunning maneuver. I was utterly astonished. You truly are a remarkable protagonist to come up with an excuse like having your account hacked. You're actually posing as my older brother's online romance and are about to personally pursue him at the research institute. Suddenly, Suzhou coughed. I couldn't tell if he had choked on the soup. He pulled out his phone, and soon his expression shifted dramatically. The thought of yet another juicy piece of gossip had me on edge. Since we've enjoyed lunch, shouldn't we also arrange for afternoon tea? I asked boldly. Older brother, I found out there's a popular dessert shop near your workplace. May I accompany you to check it out? It's worth noting that my older brother is deeply engrossed in academics. Even his girlfriend is an electronic one from an online relationship. Would he truly have the leisure for afternoon tea? Yet, to my surprise, Suzhou replied earnestly. According to scientific studies, the moderate intake of sweets is beneficial in stimulating dopamine secretion. Theory should be connected to practice, for practice is the sole criterion for testing truth. Su Yao interjected. Speak plainly. Suzhou responded, let us go. Su Sheng cleared his throat. Since it has become a popular establishment, there must be something worthwhile about it. I'll go see if it's worth investing in. I was utterly perplexed. So, after breakfast and lunch, our family was going to indulge in desserts again. In the dessert shop, the four of us sat at a table and ordered all of the shop's popular items. I snapped photos enthusiastically, not forgetting to write food reviews on the rating app. This is my hobby, and since my account has high weight, I occasionally win complimentary meals at new establishments. Suzhou was busy chatting on his phone, and when he finally set it down, he said, I'm going to meet my online girlfriend here shortly. I was taken aback. So sudden? Oh, I see. Do you want us to vet her for you, older brother? Su Yao nudged the watermelon towards me. Eat more. It'll help cool you down. Hee, thank you, sister. I thought we'd have to wait a while, but unexpectedly, Suzhou's online girlfriend arrived quite promptly. He switched seats, and a girl in a white dress walked directly towards him. Baby, I'm so happy to see you. The female protagonist, as expected, was stunning and had a sweet voice. This is my first time going out with a boy. Yes, you are very special to me. I pondered. When you were engaging in floor-to-ceiling window play with the male lead, did you also tell him he was your first? How infuriating. What a deceitful woman. A big liar. Clearly, she aims to steal my brother's research achievements while pretending to be an online romance come to life. And she even stole my sister's boyfriend. Ugh. Ex-boyfriend. You two scoundrels are a perfect match. Suzhou smiled elegantly, and I thought he was falling for her. But then he spoke. If you wish to marry into our family, you must bear a son. There's no betrothal gift, but you must provide a dowry. The child must take my surname, and my parents will not be responsible for raising him. By the way, if you want to be with me, we must practice splitting expenses. That cup of coffee of yours is 32. How will you pay? The female protagonist was left speechless, and even the customers at the adjacent table glanced over at my brother. I couldn't help but twitch my lips. With such words, if my brother posted this on a certain social media site, he would undoubtedly be inundated with thousands of criticisms. Yet, I underestimated the female protagonist's threshold. She adjusted her expression and said gently, if it were anyone else, I would simply walk away. But for you, baby, I am willing to change myself. How could my older brother withstand such a moment? Unexpectedly, Suzhou dialed a number, calmly recounted the events, and then said, at my age, with my personality, and being this peculiar, what could she possibly want from me? Is she interested in my age? Or my lack of hygiene? I suspect this lady is a spy. The female protagonist was taken away for questioning. I was completely dumbfounded. Older brother, she's playing mind games with you, and you're playing tricks with her. An unforeseen plot twist had unfolded. Even more absurdly, not long after, Suzhou received a call, revealing that the female protagonist indeed had intricate ties to overseas capital. This subplot was nowhere to be found in the original story. Moreover, my older brother ended up being quite severely affected by a cross-dressing accomplice of the female protagonist. I initially intended to strategize against them and then join forces to resolve the crisis. Yet, I hadn't even begun to act. A salted fish is still a fish. Why can't it be considered a lucky koi? Super lucky. Wait, if the female protagonist is gone, what about the male lead? Will he go rescue her? I hurriedly called the Gossip King, hoping to glean some information about the male lead. The Gossip King finally delivered. Ding. Detecting gossip related to the male lead. I glanced at it and suddenly understood. So that's why the male lead didn't join us. He went to my sister's studio to copy the core code. According to plan, he's about to spring into action. Then, with my sister's core code, he'll rake in a fortune, live in a big villa, drive luxury cars, and when he sees my sister, he'll smugly say, "Don't look down on the youth in poverty." It infuriates me. Does he not care about his face at all? But how can I warn my sister? I wore a frown. Yet Su Yao seemed to sense my thoughts and ruffled my hair. We've had enough afternoon tea. Shall we head for dinner? I scooped a handmade beef ball from the spicy hot pot, first burning my mouth, then savoring its deliciousness. Today must be my lucky day to indulge in such delectable food. The familial bonds of the Su family exceeded my expectations. Indeed, to my right sat Su Yao, and across from me were Su Zhou and Su Sheng. I had never seen a family that would eat 3 meals together in a day, plus afternoon tea. Is it delicious? Su Yao asked with a smile. I nodded vigorously. So fragrant. Mian Mian, when eating, you enjoy watching dramas, right? I couldn't tell if it was my imagination, but Su Yao's smile seemed to have a hint of affection. Let us change it up today. How about we watch a live stream?
Huh.
Su Yao took out her phone and opened the studio's live surveillance. She casually remarked, I heard our studio is haunted at night, Mian Mian. Want to play a ghost-catching game together? Upon hearing there were ghosts, I felt apprehensive, but thinking of the gossip to be had, I steeled myself. Let me have a bite of the hot pot to calm my nerves. Just as I was about to enjoy my beef tripe, a dark figure suddenly appeared on the screen. I jumped, my hand trembled. The beef tripe fell into the pot, splattering onto the older brother and the second brother across from me. Su Sheng and Su Zhou were both quite particular about cleanliness. I thought I would be scolded, but surprisingly, Su Sheng calmly handed me a wet towel, while Su Zhou nonchalantly scooped the beef tripe out with a slotted spoon.
Wow.
Our Mian Mian is so skilled. She caught a ghost right away, Su Yao said in a tone as if coaxing a child, her expression suddenly turning stern. But it's merely someone playing tricks. I realized this must be the male lead sneaking around to copy the code. Sister, I'm calling the police right now. Good. I appreciate it. My sister's studio is equipped with a bit of technology and some serious measures. Su Yao lightly tapped the screen, and the alarm blared in the footage. The male lead, startled, covered his head and fled, but the doors and windows had already locked automatically, leaving him nowhere to escape. Before long, the police arrived and apprehended the sneaky thief. He kept insisting, I'm not a thief. This is my girlfriend's studio. I'm here to find her. Uffed.
So shameless, I scoffed.
Su Yao winked at me. Mian Mian, is this live stream entertaining? I paused for a moment, sensing that something seemed off. It must be. The meat has overcooked. The male lead was sentenced to 5 years in prison for burglary. The female protagonist received a 3-year prison sentence for espionage, albeit with lesser charges. Are not the protagonists of this book merely the overlooked fish of 9 years of compulsory education? Why are they all so ignorant of the law? I lamented to the King of Melons for quite some time, when it suddenly reminded me, Mian Mian, your mission has been accomplished. Bewildered, I thought perhaps my task was not to win over the Su family, but rather to usher the protagonists into their fates instead. The King of Melons, after a prolonged pause, could not deduce the reason. I apologize, Mian Mian. I am merely a rudimentary system. I replied, no matter. The fact that 2 insignificant beings like us are paired together suggests that the data analysis of your time-space managers is rather flawed. The King of Melons huffed. Although I am a minor system, I can still fulfill your wishes. Mian Mian, do you wish to remain in this world or return to your original one? I lifted my gaze to survey the dining table, realizing that for some time now my elder brother, second brother, and sister had developed the habit of sharing breakfast with me. Perhaps the morning meal did not suit their palates, as their expressions were quite solemn. Deep down, I understood that I should return to my original world, for they were truly a family. Just then, my phone chimed, and my eyes lit up. Wow. A restaurant has invited me for a tasting. Not only can I bring friends along, but they're also offering me a generous sum of 200 yuan. Eldest brother, second brother, sister, shall we go together? Su Zhou replied, sure. I'll accompany you to explore the relationship between food's caloric content and the nervous system. Su Ching added. The last dessert shop I invested in was quite good. Let me see if this restaurant is worth the investment. Su Yao chimed in. As a family, we must dine together. Hooray. I'm not leaving, for every day with my family is my lucky day. Epilogue from Su Yao's perspective. On the way back to the Su family home, I was informed that Su Mianmian was vicious and domineering, urging me to slap her face hard. I thought, yes, this time, I shall reclaim everything that belongs to me. Yet, the moment I stepped through the door, I was surprised to hear Su Mianmian's inner thoughts. Flattering me? Did she think this would spare her? A mixture of indifference and disdain? Curse it, she actually anticipated my anticipation. What nonsense is this about big elbows and roast chicken? What is there to slap in the face of such a fool? Never mind, never mind. I invited her to share a meal, only to overhear gossip about myself. The male lead? The female lead? What of it? I am no one's supporting character. After dealing with the scoundrels and shameless women, my career flourished. However, I acquired a new hobby, gossiping. That little fool, Su Mianmian, has no idea I can hear her thoughts, happily indulging in gossip with her silly system every day. I must say, it is truly intoxicating. If only I could forever share gossip with that little fool. Epilogue from Su Zhou's perspective. I was a staunch materialist before I heard my sister's thoughts. Mind reading? This is simply too absurd. Is it a matter of brainwaves synchronizing, or perhaps magnetic fields? What is this system? Is it a product of a higher dimension? Wait, what did you say? My online romantic interest is a cross-dressing master? I rushed to the Research Institute overnight, discovering that my arch-nemesis was indeed plagiarizing my research and preparing to apply for a patent before me. Impressive, Su Mianmian. Her odd behavior now makes sense. The previous Su Mianmian was akin to a pre-programmed NPC, whose daily routine was to court disaster, face humiliation, and then court disaster again. Now, she seems to have truly acquired a soul. Occasionally dining with my sister and indulging in gossip feels rather pleasant. Yes, my sister. Epilogue from Su Cheng's perspective. I am an awakened domineering CEO, fully aware that I exist within the confines of a book. The protagonists are children of fate, and no matter how hard I strive, I cannot alter the tragic ending that has been predetermined for our family. Until one day, amidst the unchanging, a variable emerged, Su Mianmian. Initially, I thought she had also awakened. Only after hearing her thoughts did I realize she had bound herself to a system. Could it be a high-tier system with cheats? Oh no, it is merely a gossip system. What use is gossip? My fiancé is a sea queen. It has become evident that while the gossip system itself holds little significance, the emergence of this variable has rendered the protagonist's fortunes less infallible. Unbeknownst to us, both protagonists have inadvertently received silver bracelets, and our family's fate has imperceptibly transformed. I know my sister must depart. She is a fortuitous blessing from the heavens, and having a fleeting connection with her is a stroke of luck for us. Yet ultimately, my sister chose to stay. In the future, let us continue to indulge in gossip together. We will forever remain a family. The end. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next story.